everyone. Happy Valentine's Day Eve. I hope you're having an amazing day or evening where you are. And I hope you're feeling all loved up, whether that's from your better half or loving up yourself, or, you know, in whichever way, shape or form, or getting loved up from your fur babies. It all works. I'm very excited to be on the show again tonight. Love Psychic Radio. We're so honoured to be part of such a great organisation and a great radio show with awesome hosts, and we have a lot of fun, and as you all know, it's an honour to connect with you. So very excited. Love, we were sitting there thinking, okay, we've got this, the opportunity being on Valentine's Day. I'm like, yeah, love. And, it's probably one of the most asked questions when we're doing psychic readings, whether it's somebody that's in a relationship or looking for, that relationship, that soul partnership, or just, feeling the love from somebody that mutually, you connect with. And, I always say, we need to be open to any obvious signs from the universe that somebody comes along that's a good match. So for those that are looking for that, that ideal partner, which we often find with readings, people come and, their anticipation in meeting that special person. And we always tend to go back to the fact that, it's the ability to love ourselves that makes us lovable for others. So it's really important to remember that if you don't love yourself enough, or if you don't give yourself love, you're not inviting in someone that's going to, give that back to you. So where we stand on it is how we feel. And I often say to people, your partnership or your partner that you're with is a direct reflection of you. So if you've got somebody that looks after you, that honours you, that treats you really well, and you have a lot of fun with, that's representing you. So, be aware if you're not happy or there's things that don't sit with you, you'll get the signs. And I encourage anyone, life's too short to stick in a relationship just for the sake of having somebody there. And we all tend to do that. We get into habit. It's too hard. We make all the excuses under the sun to stay in a relationship that might be quite toxic. And sometimes it's, we just tend to plant ourselves there, and then we wonder why life doesn't flow and we don't get we don't get our needs met, basically. I have mentioned it one other time, but this book by Gary Chapman, The 5 Love Language, is a game changer. And I highly recommend this book to anyone in a relationship. This is amazing. Like this guy, the info in here, very simple, very easy to understand, but a real game changer in we need to be talking the same language as our partners, and often our languages are different. So you go get the book. I highly recommend it. Anyone, whether you've been together 2 months or 50 years, when you have an understanding of each other's language, it means you communicate better. It gives us so much more grounding in our relationships, and that's important because a relationship is work, like it is. We can all go, yeah, it's, perfect relationship, it's easy. No, not necessarily, it's like anything. You have to work at it, and we have to be mindful of where we sit within our space, within our relationship. So it's a good reminder, that one. And if you're speaking a different language, it can really speak volumes to your relationship. So it's great to be mindful of that. And if somebody's speaking a different language, sometimes we try and give that person our language. And if it's not their language, then they don't get it, And so then it's almost like we talk a different language altogether, and it doesn't get across exactly what we need. And we all have needs and wants and desires, and we also want to be able to give that to that special person in our life. So making time, that's another one that's really big, and I often pick up on in readings, is having time out with your partner. We all get really busy. We're doing work. We might run businesses. We have children. We have commitments, family. As a couple, it's really important to invest time within our relationship, and that's time sometimes actually saying, I'm having a weekend away with my beloved partner, and we're just going to go and hang together and just rekindle that, sense of fun, because we get bogged down in day-to-day things and sometimes we need to do that. Another big one that I find for those out there that are, really wanting to connect with that soulmate or that perfect person is don't get caught up in packaging. Like some people come and, they get really caught up in how things look. Go for what's in here, what's in your heart. Okay, I've got my first caller, Josephine. I think was that
Hello.
Philadelphia that... How are you?
Yes. I'm fabulous. How are you?
Really good. Did you have a great Valentine's Day?
I got a rose and some love from my boys.
Beautiful. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, so wonderful to connect with you. So are we talking a love connection around you at the moment, as in with this Valentine's Day call, or are we just going to generally, do you want me to tune in for you?
Tune in.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Let me see. Okay, so you've got... Okay. So you've had a fair bit of upheaval over the last 12 months for you. It's coming through, and you've just had a shift into a new area, and I feel like this would be your career that is coming up.
Yeah, I was stressed out because I was being evicted, but that's been solved. Court is done with that, and
Yep.
For employment, I do the spiritual work as well. So it's I'm a medium healer. I guess you could say a shaman.
Yeah, cool. Can I, okay, so there's a lineage. So who is your gift that you have with your psychic mediumship comes down from your mother's side?
I believe so. It could be from my mom and my dad's side because they're both really gifted.
Yeah, okay. Because I feel strongly like the feeling that I pick up is with your mum's side, and there is lineage sort of coming down, but I don't feel like your mum stepped into it as much as what you are.
Yes. Yeah, she didn't embrace it as much as I do.
Yeah. And your mum probably, it's more so stepping into being confident. You've sort of got your confidence with it because you've got a really fantastic connection.
Yeah, she was one of the residential school students, and so she actually learned to astral travel when they isolated her when she got sick. So she was telling me stories about how she had learned to astral travel to see what everybody was doing because it was lonely being in the section that she was in.
Fantastic. That's so beautiful. She can share that with you too. How awesome.
Yeah, so she checks up on me, but I check up on her too. So I can feel it when she's checking me out.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And that's such a wonderful thing with being able to tune into spirit, isn't it? Like to be able to have that connection and to, whether it's psychically or through spirit, being able to tune into that. They're also making me aware that, because would I be correct in saying you haven't had heaps of training with it? Because it's like you just naturally picked this up and ran with it. Yeah,
that's pretty much how I when they show me something new, then I just kind of test it out and then go with it.
Yeah, and you get it.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, absolutely. And because it's like I'm shown, you don't even know how you get it, but it's like it's there. So as soon as you switch that button on and go, okay, Spirit, I want to be doing X or, whatever it is you're wanting to pick up on, they show you, and they show you quite clearly. So it comes easy for you.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's a lot of different elements. There's I'm also shown with your connection to Spirit, I want to say, like, not, how can I put it? There's symbology and there's a lot of mythology around what you're connecting with to give you this information with your healing, especially. You're getting some really profound things come through.
Yes, like I've seen Spirit actually give life to those that have been given, like, say, a week to live.
Yep.
And by doing
Yes.
healing energy, they're giving a longer time, and it's amazing to see that, and then to have to explain it to them afterwards. It's, they're like, wow, like, that is so neat that you could do that. And it's like, I don't do it, Spirit does. I help, but
Yes.
but they do the work.
Yeah, absolutely. You're the conduit, but you energetically and the way that you allow that is so wonderful, and that really helps them facilitate that healing, and even connecting in with those that have passed with Spirit. You can just funnel that information through so effortlessly.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's one of the things is, like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing right now, or, like, are the clients going to start coming in? Like,
Yeah.
like, am I going to have time for romance if it comes? And then the spiritual work, like,
yeah.
I feel like I'm putting my heart on hold while I do spiritual work.
Yeah, you don't have to, because you've got that great connection to Spirit. All that is you saying, okay, bring through this amazing partner who's in alignment, because you need somebody, well, not need, but the connection that you will have with this partner is somebody that's on the same wavelength as you, because you tune in so well. It's like, and I want to say, I get the feeling of this partner coming in that they might not be aware of their psychic insights, but they have them. So that they might be very much like a little bit shut off, but it's there. So, and you will help bring that out. But there's a lot of fame around you as well with what you do. So please, that spiritual work is it. People flocking to you, I can see that, and there's no doubt you are where you're meant to be. Keep exploring that, because there's a couple of other things you're going to open up to within that realm that you're going to go, wow, at other facets of what you do. But you're very good at what you do, and you attract the right people.
Yeah, like I love doing it, because
yes.
I love seeing them change right before my eyes, and it's like, it's giving them a different perspective on, their own abilities and stuff like that.
Yeah. And good on you. High five, sister, because it's great work to be working with Spirit. There's nothing better, and like, to me, it's my passion as well. And I high five you for the work that you do, and I know Spirit do as well. So, well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. I've got to go on to I've got another lady there waiting that I better get on to, or I might have my butt kicked if I don't get organised. Thank you so much. Donna.
Yes, hi.
Donna. How are you, Donna?
Good, how are you? Thank you so much for taking my call.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So how's this Valentine's Day been for you?
Wonderful. I've been having a great day. Hope you the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's a day after for us, so we had it yesterday, so we're still reveling in all that love feeling.
Oh, okay.
I say it's Valentine's Day most days. I mean, I try, and I think we don't need a day to really necessarily have to declare our love.
That we feel the same way.
Yeah. And you've got a great, solid relationship I pick up on for you.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Tasha.
You've got a great, solid relationship that you're in at the moment.
Yes, thank you so much. That's true.
Yeah. Total alignment, you two.
I didn't hear that.
You're in total alignment, the two of you together.
Yes.
Like, I want to say, like, you're a bit like salt and pepper. It's just how you, the way you are together. You complement each other.
Thank you. That's what people say.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just getting, like, You haven't been together forever, though, have you?
We've been together 29 years, actually 30.
Oh, God, that is forever, isn't it?
But married 29.
Oh, wow. And is there an amazing story about how you two met? Because I feel like there's something there that's got a cute story to it.
We worked together, and then either one of us dated people that we had worked with, and we still stayed in contact, everybody, and we would get together for birthdays. And when I left there, here we went out, and then he started calling me after after we weren't working together. It was,
yep.
And that's how we kind of started dating.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it really was wonderful.
I also get there's a new phase for you two coming up. Are you looking at there's movement and travel for you?
We want to move so badly, so I'm hoping that you can see something around that.
You're ready to move, like it's movement, so it's happening. You've just got to decide where, because what is there? There's an issue where you guys are going, I'm not sure whether I'm going to be here or here. Is there two options that you're weighing up at the moment?
Yes, there's two areas, and we haven't decided on which one.
Yes, okay. Let me tune in for that for you. There's an important element to this move, and that is to downsize to give you two freedom to follow what you want to do.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's like I'm being told here, don't lose sight of that, so don't get caught up into something that might look amazing, but it might say not be downsizing enough for you to then have the freedom to, I can see you traveling, and I can see your sense of adventures coming in. So this move needs to be where it's not a lot of maintenance to do where you're moving to. So something easy.
Okay.
Right. So it's like, and how can I put it? Okay, because they're showing me you're going to sell where you are, and then where you go will be less. So you'll actually have change, money.
Oh, wow.
So,
do you see us getting jobs there after we move?
Well, I feel like you won't necessarily have to get a job. Does that make sense? Like financially, it's going to free things up to give you guys the opportunity to do. I feel like I have to say, do your follow your dream. Is there a part of who's the wanderer between the two of you? Who wants to hit the road a little bit?
Who loves to what? I'm sorry.
We call it hit the road over here in Australia, but take off and do a little bit of travelling.
That's me. I would love to do that, but we haven't really gotten to do that much.
Yeah, because it's that's the opportunity, and that's the whole thing with this move, which is definitely happening. There's no doubt there at all. But it's I want you to look at moving whereby you're not tying up all your finances so that you can then have the flexibility to say we might travel a bit. We don't have to tie ourselves into working, really full on between the two of you.
Okay.
It's time to have a bit of fun.
That sounds wonderful. Now, I
feel like the message here for you is downsize. Just get what you need. Don't worry about the bells and whistles, because you need the freedom to be able to financially say, we're taking off for 2 months.
Wow. Do you think that we're going to sell soon? And will it take long to sell?
Okay. Is it on the market? You haven't put it on the market yet? Or you've just swapped agents?
No, we're talking about it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's a good time to sell at the moment. Are the property prices high at the very moment? Because I feel like energetically now's a good time.
Okay. And one other thing, I was better, and then here I got heard somebody had given me a very aggressive massage, and now I'm in a lot of pain and everything from it. Do you see me recovering from that?
Yeah, especially once you move.
Oh, my God, that's good. Okay, I was just really concerned about that.
No, you've had a lot of burdens, and this is where this, the aching and the pains. It's almost like just things aren't in alignment. So and that's where I feel like intuitively you're ready to shift. You know that you need to be able to take pressure off and move into where the two of you can sort of spend more time being you and not being a slave to where you live, if that makes sense.
Yes, that does make sense.
Yeah, because it's all about, for you two, it's freedom, and you two have such a great connection, and there's a lot of sense of fun, and like you've got so much to share. You don't want to be having to commit to to something whereby you're then tied to the wheel again.
Okay.
It's time to be free.
Sounds great. We do need time. We're always taking care of everyone else, so I think it is our time.
Yeah. So can you, with those two areas you're looking at, can you look a little bit further afield? I just feel like just be open to, and again, finding that ideal setting, but something that's at a really good price, because I just feel like you're going to sell high where you are and you're going to buy something that will be well priced.
Oh, wow. We'll get it for less than full price, you said?
Yeah, well, yeah. What will happen is it will be a bargain for some reason, and not because it's anything wrong with it, right?
Okay.
But this is also about you manifesting and going, okay, we're going to sell for this, and we want to buy for this.
Okay.
Okay, and don't be scared to go, this is all we want to spend, because we want to have this, the rest of this, to help live on, so we don't have to be, working our ass off all the time. If that,
Right. Like we always have.
Exactly. Life's not about, just work, eat, sleep, and then go back to work again. So for you too, because you will just relish in that, and there goes not worrying about the health issues, not worried about, because you two live a fairly simple life. I see that you don't spend a fortune on things. You don't need a lot of money to make you happy and do fun things.
No, that's true. That's how we are.
You've got it all. Yeah, you've got it all together, and you deserve to now, at this stage in your life, it's time to have freedom.
Oh, thank you so much for calling me.
My pleasure. That's awesome. You too. It's like time to smell the roses, I want to say, like just time to chill out and enjoy life and take the pressure off and go, you know what, we're going to have fun and be healthy. And, you'll still have connections with family and things that are important to you, but you can do it on your terms, and you've got that. This is the opportunity for that.
Oh, thank you so much. That sounds great.
It is exciting. It's lovely. And I always think, to start really living life is the ultimate, and we want life to flow. And for you two, you're such a gorgeous couple. You're ready to do that, and you don't need to have the bells and whistles, and you don't need to have this house that looks, like doesn't have to be a certain way. And I certainly don't mean you're going to buy something that's great, at all. Right. But you'll find just the perfect plot, and you can tune into that. So because you're quite intuitive, so really have a look around, space your area open a little bit so that you can be open to other spots as well as those two places.
Tasha, thank you so much. And so many people have told me I'm very intuitive.
You
so
are.
To hear you say it also.
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you so much. You really eased my mind.
Yeah, and do the same with your agent when you list your house, but I would get it. Don't keep pushing it back. Put that house on the market. It won't take long to sell those, so start planning your next.
And you think it's going to sell pretty quick?
Yeah, I would think it will. It's got a certain appeal, that house. So would I be correct in saying it's a bit different to what's around your area? Because there's an appeal to it.
Okay. Oh,
you've got a quaintness to your house. Yeah. Keep us posted. I'd love to hear. Exciting time. So just remember freedom. Okay.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Just remember freedom. Your new mantra is, I'm free.
Okay.
We are free.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
absolutely.
Life's for living and having fun, and you deserve it. You've worked hard for it.
Thank you so much. It sounds great, and I think we're going to do it just what you said.
Exactly, and get excited because, there's a lot of exciting stuff with this move for you.
Oh, my gosh. We just got to decide out of the two where we want to go.
Yeah, have a look. Again, this is based on your intuition, but what I see is out of that two, there's one area, but it might be just out of that circle you're looking at. So just on the outer perimeters is what I see. But please let us know because I love to hear feedback.
I absolutely will let you know.
Awesome. I would love that.
All right. Have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for calling me and talking to me.
You too. Bless you.
Take care.
You.
You're
you
welcome.
Too. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I can't believe my half an hour's nearly gone. Thanks for the connections. I look forward to catching you all next week on the flip side. So from here in, I was going to say Tassie, here in Australia, country Victoria, it's summertime, it's hot here, and so we're just chilling out and sending lots of love to you all, and have an absolutely wonderful week, and I will connect with you guys next week, and we'll see what surprises we have in store for them. So look forward to connecting. Thank you so much for being patient and trying to get through and ring on the phones. We so appreciate it and value you. Thanks for your time, and have an amazing end to Valentine's Day. And don't forget, if you didn't get that extra bit of love from someone else, give it to yourself. So, go and have a nice relaxing bath, or go and, have a beer, or go and pat the dog, anything like that. Have a bit of fun with it. And sending much love and connections your way for those that might be still looking out for that special person. There is somebody for everyone, I always say. So, sometimes look outside the square, though. It's really, we can tend to, love can come out of nowhere, but, sometimes the more you chase it, the more it stays away. So just remember, energetically, love yourself first, and you will attract exactly what you give yourself. So if you're not doing that, enough, then that can be the reason that relationships you can be in and out of them and struggle to hold somebody. So just keep it in mind. Sending love and blessings and everything to you guys. Have a wonderful evening, and I will connect with you next week.